Good morning, guys. Happy Friday. There's our girl Luna. Every dog is going on a field trip today, and so I'm half joking when I'm saying that she's on a field trip to the backyard. The reason it's only to the backyard is because that's all she can handle. So remember, we want to push her just to the point where she is building confidence, and we're not breaking her down further. And she has been terrified of the backyard ever since she got here. So today I was like, we're going in the backyard. So let me just turn this around so you can see what she's up to. And you can see now, just a little bit ago when I made her come back here, and the way that I make her do things that she doesn't want to do is I really shorten up this leash, okay? Because right now she's on a prong collar, so I go back and forth between a slip lead and a prong collar. When she comes home, you guys are going to just be using a prong collar, but I shorten it up. So you see her shaking. She's literally, her entire body is just, you know, oh gosh. And see how she wants to be close to me and sit next to me? If she could, she'd be in my lap, and I will not let that happen. She's going to stand or sit on her own away from me, and I am purposefully, let me see if I can show you. I am purposefully holding the leash like this to keep distance, give distance, and hold her away from me, because right now she's like, hey, I want to come close to you, I'm secure with you. And it's like, no, you're going to be secure on your own. I have your back, but you have to, it's like you walk your little kindergartner up to the first day of school, and then you got to let their hand go. And same thing here. She's got to be taught that she can handle this. So she's getting a whole lot of this independent stuff. And you know, I mean, each time we go out, it's, you know, we get a little bit further, and she's doing good work. But when we first came back here, I had to shorten up this leash because she slammed on the brakes, she climbed the leash, she started bucking and really, you know, fighting me. And when she does that, you got to just, to make sure that she does not get injured on that prong collar, you shorten it up so there's hardly any slack, you know, there's hardly any leash for her to hang herself, literally, because she could bolt and injure herself. So really shorten up the leash, and it's just kind of like you move. See, if I move, she'll move, right? So there's hardly any tension on the leash except for when she wants to retreat. Then you gotta really like push through, and you're gonna go in the opposite direction. So come on, babe. So let me just see if I can show you. I'm gonna walk her around the patio here. She's doing really, like, once she faces it and gets in the area or the environment that is so terrifying, she kind of falls in. She's still afraid, but she starts to see, all right, I can do this, and this isn't as bad as I thought. Sit. So I'm gonna just make her sit. This is like a corner here, so she's a little more closed in. But it seems to be this like vast open space right here that was really freaking her out, especially the first couple days. And then yesterday we got maybe to 2/3 of the yard. And then this morning I brought her out to potty her, and I was like, now's the time, we're doing this. And you know, the one thing is you got to get the dog out in the yard to potty, and so she comes out in the evening and she's so afraid she'll barely pee for me. So that's not good. You know, these are like the basics of life. You got to go outside and go potty in the dark, in the yard, and you can't be afraid. So let me just see if I can just walk her around a little bit and show you. So that's kind of, you know, this is our field trip. So what we're going to be doing more of later is we're going to be doing lots of place and recall work out here. So I'm going to put a place board on the patio there, and then I am going to just start doing some recall to play. So I'll recall her out here, I'll call her to me here, and then be putting her on place over on the patio. I'm going to build in some distance, so me moving away from her in an environment that is super, super intimidating to her is going to be scary, but also it's going to show her that hey, that's not really, it's not as bad as I thought, and I can do it. And she's going to need help. And I thankfully have a helper today who will, you know, help me keep her on place if she decides to break when I come out in the yard. So I'll try and give you guys a peep into that and show you what that looks like. But we are walking back inside because I got other guys to get out yet. And you know, I will keep you abreast of her progress. Happy Friday, guys.